Hi, it's Suzanne Fetting again. I'm here at the eWomen Network Conference with the fabulous Dr. Venus Opal Reese. And where can we find you, Dr. Venus?
DefyImpossible.com.
Awesome. So I wanted to thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me.
It's an honor, real honor.
We're having a great time here at the conference. It's the last day. We're wrapping it up, and I had to make sure I talked to you. You have such a great story. Maybe you can tell my fans a little bit about who you are and how you got to where you are today.
Absolutely. So the long and short of it is this. When I was 16 years old, I used to live on the streets of Baltimore, Maryland. 14 years later, I graduated from Stanford University with a second master's degree and a Ph.D. Now, the difference between the little girl that was on the streets, between prostitutes, drugs, pimps, that whole scene, literally sitting in beer and urine, wondering what her life would be like, and the young woman who walked across that stage full of confidence with her birth mother, the person who had put her out on the streets, and I never went back, and her adopted parent, the one who took me in spirit and nurtured me, was my sense of self. My self-worth was the difference that changed my life.
So important. And self-worth, as most of my fans know, is definitely a component of confidence. So let me ask you this. How do you define success?
I define success as your ability to fulfill your destiny. That is my measure. So if you know that there's something major that you were supposed to do in your life, but you've given up on you because life broke your heart, even if you have the money, even if you have the health, but on the inside, in those quiet moments at night when no one's looking, you know in your heart of hearts you are not living your dream, you are not living your worth, then I say that's the lack of success. Right. So that's how I'm measuring it, not in terms of monetary. I'm measuring in terms of who you are for yourself.
Yes. Oh, I love that. So let me ask you this. What role has confidence played in your success, in your path to success?
That's a great question. Well, it's really fascinating because I don't have confidence in the sense of like bravado. I have conviction in what my life is for. It changes how you move through the world. If you really are clear about who you are for yourself, that's your confidence. You don't have to worry about being swayed to and fro by other people's opinions, and you don't back down because you know who you are. So for me, confidence has to do with your inner conviction about who you are for yourself. So you're self-reflective, not listening to all the other hype outside of you. That is how I define confidence, and that's how I use it.
Nice. Well, my book called The 10 Components of Confidence, the very first component is self-awareness, right? Which is it's pretty much what you're saying, right?
It's close. Well, in order to have self-worth, you have to begin with self-awareness. Okay, so I wouldn't say they're the same, nope. But you can't get the self-worth if you don't know who you are. Exactly. So you have to start with self-awareness. Absolutely. Yes. Oh, God, yeah.
Awesome. So I typically ask how it is that you go about boosting your confidence. So has there been a time in your life recently where maybe you've lacked confidence or you had some insecurities, and maybe you could talk about that a little bit?
This is real talk, right? All right. So much for the fluff. Okay.
No fluff here.
Not one bit. So the answer is yes. It was coming to this conference. I was scared to come to the conference. You know, all these amazing, beautiful, successful, well-to-do, we won't go white, but we could, women who are, and of course it's a diverse group here, but I was just saying my own concerns from my own background. And I was given the opportunity to present my story here. And thank God for Kim Yancey. I think he is like the second coming, yeah. Right? And I was scared that I would mess it up. So my confidence was like, just gone, right? Because I was intimidated, right? So what boosted my confidence was not me. I called my mom. Yes. But I'm saying it sounds so baby, right? No. But I'm saying you got to have a safe place with people who know who you are, who see your worth, who see you bigger than you could ever see yourself. And you go to them to let you know who you can be. So you don't have to, if I listened to me, I wouldn't do anything. I would just go hide under the covers. But she and I had a conversation, and we were able to create, for that moment in time, it took 25 years to get to 20 minutes. Oh, okay?
So true. Yes,
it really did. And we created that this was the day. Mm-hmm. This was the day that I was going to lay down having my worth be defined by my past. And have it be created by the future, by the people who want me, who resonate with me. Because there's a group of people on the planet who need what I have, who pray for me every night. Yes. because they need what I have. But I didn't get that alone. I called Nana. I'm like, Nana, right? So the boost wasn't me trying to bolster me up with like hyperboles, right?
Having a go-to person.
It was having a go-to person. That's great. Love you for that. It's having a go-to person who sees you bigger than you can see you. Yes. And you live in how they see you, their vision, their version of you, not the little you in your head who talks.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
The negative self-talk, which most people suffer from that, the inner critic. Yeah. So one last question, I'll let you run off. What would you say is the most important lesson that you've learned so far in your life? Yeah. Do you have one?
No, it is, and it's real simple. No, you matter. That is. I mean, it's real simple. It's not. When Miss Francis, she was my 9th grade math teacher, I'm gonna tell you, this is great. I was sitting in the back of her class, and I didn't talk for 6 months because it hurt too much. And she just being herself, this is just her kindness. She came to the back of the classroom, and she said, look, if you're not going to talk, then write. And she shoves a pen and a pad in my hand. Wow. And she says it with such conviction, I'm like, oh, I better write. So I start to write down my thoughts, and the thoughts come out as poetry. She read them, typed them, and sent them off to the NAACP Axel competition, and I won. Isn't that crazy? Now I'm going to tell you how deep it is. The winning wasn't the point. That didn't matter. When I realized what she had done for me, it reminds me of Helen Keller and her teacher, Annie Sullivan. And Annie Sullivan, when Helen understood the word water, and attached it to that force going over her hand, she realized she came out of the darkness. She became a sentient being. When I realized what Miss Francis, who I call Nana, did for me, she gave me the tools. She took the time. She gave her resource because she had to pay for it, right? When I realized what she did for me, I became a social being. I realized in that moment I mattered, and how she saw me was somebody who was worth doing that, and how I saw me was as somebody who was worth less because all of the havoc that had been wreaked on my body from my past, right? So when I realized that I mattered, that I had worth, that I had substance, that I had intrinsic worth that I did not have to earn, that's when I had the thought that maybe I could do something with my life.
That's so powerful. Thank you for that. That is the truth. And everybody has something amazing to do with their life. We all have gifts within us. And I thank you for sharing your gift. Thank you. Oh, we love her. Such an amazing woman. Make sure you check out her website. And thank you again for checking in with us. Be sure to go to absoluteconfidence.com for all your free confidence resources. And I will see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.